Alright. Back at NieR Automata with the new title screen. Still new. Wait a minute. Okay. I had a lapse of memory for a second about where we were. Alright, let's get running. Still don't know what the dash is supposed to do. There we go. Places to be, robots to kill. That's where we're at in the story, right? Mostly the second one, though. If I recall correctly, there was like something in the desert. Oh, goodness. Very goodness. Oh, it got me at the end of the dodge. Now I think about it. We haven't checked with Emil, have we? The annoying shop guy.
What's that?
Proposal. Use pod fire to force him to stop.
Oh, he flips. I just rolled right into that one, didn't I? Let's charge up all three. Fire. Yeah. Looks like Emil is relaxed. Hey, Emil. Ow, ow, ow. You're you too, aren't you? Must be fate that we ran into each other. And since you're here, you might as well buy something. Nah. I think I'm good, man. I think so. I look forward to serving you again. What's that? Well, I know where I live. No. But I live deep, deep underground. Picture things need to go deeper. You visit me anytime you want. I'm assuming that's basically like where you do Secret Boss. Juicy Doppler effect. Making everything sound absolutely awful. Hey, can I buy something from you? You're A2. Never mind. Just be careful out there, yeah? All in one piece? There weren't many casualties in this area, but we may not be so lucky next time. So then, what can I do for you? Or do you for? I think he said. See ya. So I guess we're not going to be getting any more emails, right? If we do, that's going to be incredibly concerning. The facade guys are moved out here. Good dodge. Broken key capacity full. Dang it. And we just left the shop behind. Too late to go back. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we'll know exactly what the taunt does. It may not do anything unless we get the thing that actually makes damage increase.
Let's see what you've got.
So it actually does provoke foes. Okay. See, their eyes glow red. Didn't notice that last time. Maybe we missed them. Into the hot, scorching sand we go. Wonder if we could have just transported there to make it easier on me. Oh. Oh. That's one. Give me the loot. Yeah.
So much for Goliath class. That was over before it started.
Negative. Enemy machines remain in the area.
What? Oh, that's a Goliath class.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a spider thing, except there's a ton of them now.
It appears to
Echo.
be a machine life form that has adapted to the desert environment. Proposal: destroy the enemy machine.
Yeah, that's real helpful.
Alert. The use of B mode to increase nuclear fusion output carries unacceptable levels of risk. Any offensive boost is offset by lower defense and increased maintenance costs. The feature was removed from
Increased maintenance costs.
models for this reason.
Guess it's too bad I'm not a newer model.
Okay. So the self-destructor's replaced with that. Limited release. Oh. Can you stop with the frickin' laser beams? Oh, am I losing health as this is going on? That sucks. We can't keep this up after all.
Older attacker models such as the Yorha A2 are not equipped with ranged weaponry. Unit A2.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Take advantage of her support pod, which is equipped with helpful long-range attack features.
Don't patronize me.
So they shield up when they run out of HP. I got a few in the sky. Fight. Oh, there's a sandstorm around the whole area. That's fun. Only one remaining.
Alert. Oncoming EMP attack detected.
Oh, of course.
Escape recommended.
Where am I?
The EMP attack appears to have caused hacking damage to Unit A2's memory modules.
So this is my memory area. But why are you here?
Support units are required to monitor our target's internal systems in case of breakdown.
Next time, ask me before you go poking around in my head.
Did I try dying? Okie dokie then. Desert test unit?
What's all this about?
The hacking has caused the enemy's memories to merge with your own.
So these are the Spider-Bot's memories? Want the Spider-Bot's memories, I guess? Need to look at the unit archive data. Been a while.
Normally you'd be called, but we'll be calling you 2B. Continue to observe the situation and dispatch them.
What?
This is a fragment of Unit 2B's memory data.
Okay.
It is an order she received from the Yorha commander when she was still alive.
Not ready, number 2. We're almost here. Supposed to be here. Thank you. Giving meaning to my life. Enough.
Memory data recognized as belonging to Yorha Unit A2 percent.
Shut up and get out of my head already.
Let's clear out the enemies first. It's a little bit more important.
You and I are the same. We have no one to help us. We can only cry and scream. Shut up! Just shut up.
Pod 153, commencing data sharing.
Got our stand-up routine again.
Affirmative. Launching compressed conversation mode.
Wingdings. It's basically
Compressed
wingdings.
conversation mode complete. Affirmative. Awaiting report on the effects of Unit 2B's memory data on Unit A2's self-consciousness.
Understood. Updating as reference data for support activity.
They're trying to basically override A2 with 2B's memory. So it sounds like. Pod 153. Select unit to monitor. So I guess we could just keep going. Let's keep monitoring A2. Why not? It appears that A2's memory region has combined with 2B's data. Currently monitoring progress. To analyze effect. Hold, Pod 042. Issue detected in your conversational functionality. Numerous machine life forms whose network functions were destroyed remain out of control. Please take caution. Affirmative. Wake up.
Good morning, A2.
What the?
Analysis. Yorha Unit A2 was restarted 5 minutes and 42 seconds ago. The cause was excessive strain due to battle against a large machine life form.
All this goddamn sand is starting to piss me off.
Yeah, it's
Alert.
irritating.
Fuel filter performance deteriorating. Fine particulate matter seems to have entered the filter while fighting in the desert. Proposal. Replace the faulty part immediately.
You make it sound so easy.
Records indicate said part was once used at the resistance camp.
The resistance camp.
Well, good thing we can fast travel there, right? Bam. We can say hi to the resistance leader. And sell our junk. Like all those broken keys we've apparently acquired. Or not. Where does it want us to go? The entrance of the resistance camp. Okay. Pascal? I know this is I actually know this is an ending. Or at least I think it is. Pretty sure this is, but like, attacking Pascal is an ending here. Let's see while they're playing. Oh, kill Pascal after saving her when she is first met.
Thank you so much for saving me.
I just want to get the ending.
You're a machine too.
Wait, please. I have no intention of harming you. My name is Pascal, and while it's true that I am a machine life form, I also detest fighting of any kind.
Uh-huh. And machines don't have souls. They're just murder bots with a fancy name. They killed so many of us. And I swore to make them pay.
I see. If that will save your soul, then so be it.
Die, Pascal. A2 destroyed Pascal. Pascal's death led to the collapse of his village and its residents going out of control, resulting in the elimination of all androids on Earth. Wow, those androids are pretty tough then. Ending Z overzealous. We should have saved when we went through the resistance camp. It would have saved us a loading screen. Back into the vending machine, A2. It's a good thing all the teleportation stuff works without the bunker. Let's try this again.
Are those machines fighting each other?
Thank you so much for saving me.
You're a machine too.
Wait, please. I have no intention of harming you. My name is Pascal, machine life form, I also detest fighting of any kind.
Uh-huh. And machines don't have souls. They're just murder bots with a fancy name. They killed so many of us. And I swore to make them pay.
I see. If that will save your soul, then so be it.
You're cool, Pascal.
You aren't going to kill me?
Just shut up and leave before I change my mind.
You... No. Never mind. You have my thanks.
See ya. I'm gonna guess that eventually there's gonna be a point where they're gonna force us to go through 9S's part, but we'll see. Need a fuel filter? Sorry, but I'm all out. You'll have to ask Anemone when new stock is going to arrive. Need a fuel filter? Why don't you ask the supply trader over there? Still alive? Must survive at all costs. This is no time to be faint-hearted. Must have been tough for you, Yorha. Now we've got no bunker, can't replenish our bodies, so if we die, there's no more recovery. If you die now, it's the end. I'd recommend saving as much as possible. Fuel filter? I'm a weapons trader. What are you asking me for? Try the supply trader. What about you guys over here? Any of you guys got a fuel filter? Huh, you don't say. Who are you talking to? It's rude to eavesdrop. Man's lost it. And booze is the best. Is it gone? Please tell me it's not all gone. Why, you got a problem with me? Yes. Why did I survive? I shouldn't have survived. It should have been someone better. Someone took his job more seriously. You think so too, don't you? Even with things the way they are, I'm scared of fighting. I don't think I can even move. I could give up and stop caring. What's up, Anemone? Number 2, you're still alive. I haven't been in touch, Anemone. Survived. That's all that matters. Though, I fear that all your fighting companions are long gone. I had to kill number 21 with my own hands. I'm sorry. No, it's... Oh, that's right. Did you know there was a Yorha member here named Tubi that looked just like you? She's dead. What? Tubi is dead. I killed her. She was infected with a logic virus. Oh. Well, please make yourself at home in our camp. I'll have someone show you around. Not necessary. Her memories are contained in this sword. I see. You can go ahead and use her old room then. I'm in charge of the camp here. I'll make sure to tell everyone about you. Still need that fuel filter, Anemone. Hey, Anemone, I got a question for you. Any chance you could spare a fuel filter? Fuel filter? I'm afraid our supply recently ran out. Pascal makes them for us, so you could go pick up one directly if you'd like. Pascal? You know him? You trade with the enemy? His village is different. They never caused us any harm. No way, forget it. This may be hard to understand, but we forge an alliance and trade materials when the need arises. We can't be picky about how we reach our goals around here. Besides, we aren't so far gone that we kill machine lifeforms after they surrender. You've changed, number 2. The way you talk and act is completely different from how you were in the past. And you've become a true leader. Nothing compared to Rose. Actually, I have the records stored on that external drive. I thought I should preserve memories of the time we fought together. And I also think you have a right to see them. You and I must never forget. I know. I'm check out those. Select the file. Yorha Pearl Harbor Descent Personal Record, Part 1. Is it a cutscene? Or is it a visual novel? Number 2. My name is Anemone, and I lead the android resistance. This is a record of the battles I've experienced, and my losses. I leave it here as a warning to myself. The machine lifeform attack lands far too close for comfort. I smell an acrid odor and know that some of my hair has been singed off. Anemone, retreat for now. That's an order. That's my captain, Rose. I obey her without hesitation, running from the front as soon as I take out a few nearby enemies. Feet flying beneath me, I leap into the hastily built trench where my resistance comrades gathered. How many battles is this now? The same sights and sounds, the same struggle of attrition. The resistance forces play the same war on repeat with no end in sight. I don't even remember why we're fighting anymore, but I must continue regardless. I must continue until one side or the other is dead. This looks bad, Shion. What should we do? Calm down, Lily. We'll find an opening somewhere. You don't search for an opening, you make one! Dahlia, wait! Grab Dahlia's arm before she can flee the trench and turn to Rose. She brought us all here, after all. She must have a plan of some kind. But as the enemy horde closes in, Rose simply squints off in the distance. There's been a change in enemy movements, she says finally. Someone just started fighting over there. That's not possible, stammers Margaret. We're all here. Margaret's right. There are only 9 of us left capable of fighting the machines. Captain Rose, Gerbera, Lily, Sonia, Erica, Margaret, Shion, Dahlia, and me, Anemone. We're all that's left of the 8th Descent Forces. The one that took place roughly 200 years ago. An uneasy Sonia purrs Shion close and chews on a loose strand of hair. I don't like it, she says. What if it's some kind of machine trap? I wait for a while, heart pounding until I hear the enemy fire lessen. Okay, I say. This looks like our chance. Let's pull back. Someone's fighting out there, Anemone, cries Dahlia. We can't abandon them. Oh, so you want to risk all of our lives for some stranger? Come on, we don't even know if this mystery fire is on our side or not. That's not what I said. Enough, you two, barks Shion. The captain makes the final decision on this. After Shion speaks, all of us turn to Captain Rose. She looks us in the eyes and nods slowly before starting to speak. Gerbera, the enemy is heading toward the explosions we set up earlier, yes? Gerbera thinks for a moment. Now that you mention it, yeah, they are. A slight smile crosses Rose's face, yet she still seems perfectly composed. Good, then if this goes well, you might be able to take them all out. I want all of you to leave this trench and go get those explosives, says Rose. We'll let the blast take out most of them, then clean up the stragglers. Identifying our own mystery fighters can wait until we're done. No one objects to the captain's decision. The moment she issues the order, we all leap from the trench as one and re-enter the fray. When we reach the battle, we find what appears to be another set of androids dressed in strange black outfits. Before they even know what's happening, we detonate the explosives, kill the remaining machines, and turn our guns in their direction. Alright, I say to the strangers, start talking. Easy, says one of the mystery androids. We're on your side. We're new models rolled out as part of something called Project Yorha. Really, I say. You haven't heard anything about new models. I probably speak with more bluster than necessary, but I have to make sure they're actually on our side. I don't think they're lying necessarily, but I can't read their expressions thanks to the giant goggles they wear. And frankly, a little caution never goes amiss in the middle of a war. We learned that the 4 androids refer to each other as Number 2, Number 4, Number 16, and Number 21. They also aren't in a hurry to share much more. Our mission is top secret, says one of them says. That's why you haven't heard about us yet. I slowly draw my knife in an attempt to gauge their reaction. So in other words, no one will know any better if I kill you right now? Stand down, Anemone, says Rose softly. No, cries Lily. She's right. We've all seen how quickly the enemy is evolving. Who's to say these 4 aren't machines that just look human? My companions nod in agreement. This damn war has made us all suspicious. One of the strangers, number 16, I believe, draws a long knife from its sheath. If it's a fight you want, she says, I'm happy to give it to you. Before I can respond, Dahlia leaps in front of me with her weapon at the ready. This is it. We're gonna fight. Just before the battle can erupt, the android called Number 2 steps forward. Wait, she says. There used to be 16 of us, says number 2, but the others died during the descent. We're isolated and alone out here. Reinforcements aren't coming, and that means we have to finish this mission with the soldiers we have left. We don't need more enemies right now. What we need is allies. He finishes the speech with a soft sigh, as if trying and failing to hold her emotions in check. I know that sort of voice. It's the voice of someone who still has hope, despite all the odds. Arc of Obtain, Resistance Rose, and Resistance Anemone. Part 2. The full visual novel experience. According to the Yorha team, there's an enemy server beneath Mount Kala. If we can take it out, we might finally gain some ground in this endless war. But in order for that to happen, we need to work together. After a bit of thought, Rose decides to throw in with the new models. It's a relationship that changes as time goes on. What are you doing, Dahlia? She's showing this idiot how weak she is, replied a winded Dahlia. Wheezes her opponent, number 16. You're obviously outmatched. The two of them are taking turns hitting each other. It seems friendly enough, as those things go. Plus, they've been doing it for so long now that both of them are out of energy. They likely couldn't punch through a piece of paper at this point. The rest of the group stares at the combatants and tries not to grin. Dahlia and number 16 seem to butt heads over the smallest little things. Maybe it's because they're so much alike. It's almost annoying how quickly muscleheads learn to like one another. The rest of us converse as Dahlia and 16 continue to spar. We call each other by the names that I gave us, explains Rose. I see, responds number 4. I thought it strange that you didn't use code numbers. She nods while she speaks, as though this all makes perfect sense. Suddenly, Captain Rose breaks out into a wide grin. You know what, she says? I think we should give all of you names as well. No, says number 2. It would be a waste. Rose eyes her warily. A waste? You can name me when the mission is over, she replies as a blush rises in her cheeks. I could tell her words also served as a wish for success. Alright, responds Rose. I'll think of a name for you by then. She knows this is a fleeting promise, as most such things are. But it doesn't matter. Already I can see us growing closer to the Aura team. Well, my friends are growing closer to them at least. You're all being careless, I state, much louder than I intend. Luckily, the others either don't hear or decide to ignore it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go against the captain's judgment. That doesn't mean I'm ready to just lie down and trust our new friends. Ours is a solitary existence that has long since been abandoned by the moon. No matter how they cried, mourned, or struggled, the voices of our departed comrades went unanswered. How can you trust an entire squad of new models that you just met? What's wrong, Anemone? I hear Lily calling to me. She's likely concerned about me being apart from the rest of the group. Nothing, I begin. I'm fine. Before I can complete my thought, Lily suddenly opens her mouth and emits a terrible scream. Ah! Lily's scream echoes throughout the entire camp. It's heartbreaking. It's agony. It's horrible. She's infected, screams Rose. Lily's infected. We all draw weapons out of instinct as much as anything else, pointing them at our comrade as she continues to scream and scream and scream. We all know what's happening. We've seen it before. It's a logic virus, a machine weapon that hijacks android systems and overwrites their data. And since there's no known cure, it's also a death sentence. I need to show her mercy. I need to set her free. My finger rests on the trigger, yet I hesitate. And before I can make that final fateful decision, I hear a voice rise up from somewhere behind me. Stop, you can't do this. You can't just let your friend die. It's number 21. The girl I thought to be cool and composed beyond all measure was now pleading with me to spare Lily's life. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Lily said you were like family to her. You can't abandon family, not before you exhaust every possibility. What can you do then? I'll use my power to erase the virus. That's impossible. Rose spat out what we were all thinking, before we can act, Lily starts to send nearby comrades flying with impossible strength. I've seen infected androids before. I know how much damage they can do once the virus turns off their limiters. They'll fight and fight until they're utterly destroyed. Dahlia and number 16 rush into the fray, trying to suppress their former friend, but she swats them away like flies. How many of us have been infected now? How many friends have I been forced to put down? The heart I'm not supposed to have aches at the thought. It aches as I remember all the identification numbers that have been retired. When did I start giving them names? When did I decide I simply couldn't endure it any longer? Initiating reprogramming sequence. That voice, number 21? He's screaming about something about reprogramming? I don't know what to do. I'm lost. As my vision slowly clears, I see number 21 inputting commands into her terminal while number 2 and number 4 hold her down. They hold her as she rises, and Rose stares at me with surprise. Oh no. I'm holding Lily too. We got Yorha, Gunner 16, Scanner 21, and Attacker 4. So is that G16 then? We don't know Gunners. But anyway, Pearl Harbor Descent Personal Record Part 3. We had like 2 sets of music just dueling against each other for the front spot. 14th Machine War, Pearl Harbor Descent. The name of the mission entrusted to the Yorha soldiers. Was there ever such furious gunfire? Such bombings that continued without pause? Our target is the machine server under Mount Kala, and our situation is dire. We need reinforcement. Requesting deployment at once. Reinforcements. Usually. Number 2 speaks quickly yet calmly, which is all the more remarkable considering the hostile army closing in on our position. The command center in the orbiting satellite informs us no reinforcements will be forthcoming. We are abandoned. We are alone. It's so easy to do from up there, from the satellite, from the moon. We'll do whatever's necessary, says Lily with a grim smile. Dahlia and Margaret quickly nod in agreement, as does number 16. They decided to join the rear guard, staying behind to be our shield even though it comes at the cost of their own lives. Regardless, they all agreed without hesitation, for we in the vanguard would be joining them in death soon enough. Without another word, we turn our backs on each other and take up positions. We know this is the end. Dahlia and the others will buy us time to reach the gate at Kala's Peak. Beyond that lies an elevator, and beyond that is a server. If we can destroy it, we'll deal a devastating blow to the machine lifeforms throughout the Pacific region. But as I notice number 21 scowling at the elevator, I start to have a bad feeling about the final stage of our mission. Go on, she says. I've got this. We crowd into the elevator. She begins hacking the terminal. She doesn't need to tell us what's happening. It's clear that the elevator won't descend all the way to the server unless someone stays behind to control it. Enemies incoming. They're almost on us. As I speak, I suddenly find myself leaping from the elevator and taking up a position at number 21's side, almost as if my body's out of my control. Something is wrong. Something... Back up, 21, I cry. The rest of you take out that server. The doors close on my friends. The last thing I see is the face of my captain, Rose. She looks concerned. But then, the doors shut, and she is no more. That was the last time I ever saw them. But it's alright. I'm going to finish this one way or the other. The only sounds we hear are distant explosions, and the rasp from number 21's breathing. Thank you, she whispers, for staying with me. I look at her eyes and see the telltale red of a logic virus infection. I was right after all. I sigh softly as I draw my weapon. I've seen comrades infected before. That's why I couldn't leave her to die alone. The vaccine she gave Lily is already ineffective. The enemy has evolved. They studied number 21's patterns and developed a new resistance. No one can save her now. When the elevator reaches the server, begins number 21 weekly. Then I'll give you peace, I reply. The elevator moves ever lower, creating a countdown on number 21's life. How much time has passed? How much can possibly be left? Too long to wait, yet not long enough to regret. A massive explosion echoes in the distance as the hall slowly shakes. It's the final act of Lily and the others in the rear guard. They just overloaded their own fusion reactors. The sound of our comrade's demise slowly fades from our ears. As it does, number 21 reaches up and slowly removes her goggles. I'm glad I got to meet you, she says. Her eyes are so red, but not completely. There's still a little of herself left. While it is. Don't worry, I say. I'll be with you soon. He smiles as my words reach her ears. As soon as the elevator touches down, I fire a bullet into number 21's brain. I watch the thing that used to be her tumble to the ground. I stare at the gun I hold in trembling hands. I press it to my temple. This will end it all. The war, my meaningless existence, all of it. It will finally be over. Unforgivable, unforgivable, unforgivable. Your comrades sacrifice themselves and fight to the last breath. They feel suffering, they feel sadness, they feel pain and terror. And yet you would surrender now? Unforgivable. The voice is a battlefield curse, telling those who survive to see their mission through no matter what. It is another me crying out. I scream at the top of my lungs and race down the hall. I'll show you. You're going to push me, I'll show you. You'll only be satisfied if it ends with more killing. I leap into the fray with weapons in both hands. Here I am! Here I am! Kill me! As I scream, an explosion suddenly rises up and sweeps everything away. A soft wind touches my cheek. I smell fire. I smell ash. The explosion in the server room was powerful enough to take out Mount Kala itself, reducing the once proud summit to a smoking crater. The machines immediately drop to the ground and stop moving. I look out over the scorched earth. Lily, number 16, Rose, number 2. Are any of you? I'm the only one left. The only one. I was alive because I'd been afraid to die. I began to giggle. It's a mad thing, crazed even to my own ears. I'll join you soon. We promised to join her soon. How could I have said such vain, laughable words? Such lies. I laugh. I stand in the smoke and flame and laugh until I think my very throat will tear itself in two. I blink. Daylight drifts through the smoke. I've been standing here all night. My laughter finally depleted. I force myself to my feet. I'm the coward who stayed behind, the coward who lived. Now it's my job to carry on the will of those who fought at my side. Since I can't kill myself, I have to fight until someone does it for me. I'll endure every hardship. I'll kill every machine I find. This is my cross to bear. I walk slowly into the west, dragging my broken body along. And then Anemone formed the resistance. Obtain Your Attacker 2, Pearl Harbor Descent Summary. Number 16, number 21, number 4. Sorry, I'm still alive. But I'll be joining you as soon as I finish some things up. Making my throat haggard. Let's see. Now we have all the different things. So, Gunner 16. A unit from the experimental Yorha squadron that was utilized during the Fourth Machine War. Number 16 possessed a rough and tumble personality ideal for a role as a gunner, where she was required to attack foes from a distance. Though she possessed a defiant streak that extended even to her superiors, she was assigned to the mission anyway due to her tremendous offensive abilities. During her squad's assault on Mount Kala, number 16 volunteered to stay behind and hold off the machine lifeform army so her companions could continue up the mountain. She fought with great courage alongside members of a local resistance group and managed to hold off overwhelming numbers until the appearance of a Goliath that was unaffected by ordinary weaponry. Seeing no other way to end the fight, she chose to destroy the enemy by overloading and detonating her own fusion reactor. This act of self-sacrifice, despite her defiant nature, is one of remarkable interest and likely merits further study. Yorha Scanner 21. A unit from experimental Yorha squadron that was utilized in the 14th Machine War. Number 21 possessed a cool and analytical personality that perfectly fit her role as a scanner. Her first, and perhaps most impressive achievement, was using her analytical abilities to cure a member of a local resistance group who had been infected by a logic virus. Unfortunately, she fell victim to the same virus shortly thereafter the assault on the Mount Kala server. Though she fought valiantly, the virus had evolved into a form that she could no longer remove, which eventually led her asking an allied unit to end her life. Experimental Yorha Unit Number 21's initial success against the virus has been determined to be valuable information regarding how to construct barriers against machine life forms and should be included in the basic systems of all subsequent Yorha Squadron members. Yorha Attacker 2. Unit from the Experimental Yorha Squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. Though Attacker Number 4 possessed an unusually bright and cheerful personality, she managed to be effective when it came to engaging in close-quarters combat. In addition to providing a morale boost to the group, this unit also used her sunny disposition to form an alliance with the local resistance group, which was eventually killed during the assault on the Mount Kala server, the cause of which was a self-directed overload of her own fusion reactor. Further research reveals that she undertook this action as a means of protecting her companion, Attacker Number 2. One further note. While this unit's cheerful personality provided certain benefits to overall unit morale, she was also responsible for a decrease in fighting spirit during intense combat. As such, it has been deemed inappropriate for future combat models, so that's why they don't have happy personalities most of the time. Yorha Attacker 2. A unit from the Experimental Yorha Squadron that was utilized during the 14th Machine War. She specialized in close-quarters combat and was programmed to have a neutral personality. Attacker Number 2 took command of the squadron after the death of its original Captain Number 1. Despite issuing many questionable commands during her initial time in a leadership role, she eventually formed a working relationship with the Resistance and succeeded in destroying the enemy server located on Mount Kala. While the Experimental Yorha Unit Number 2 possessed great growth and adaptability abilities, she also deserted her post following the destruction of the server, and as of this moment, she is yet to be apprehended. Our R&D group is currently conducting further research to determine whether or not there will be issues with this model's personality settings. Asterisk. The missing experimental unit, now designated A2, will be handled by the Type E division. Ah. Yes. Execution. Resistance. Rose. This android, encountered by the Experimental Yorha Squadron, is the leader of a group composed of many Resistance members. A survivor of the 8th Descent operation, she continued to wage guerrilla warfare in the Pacific region thereafter. Unable to stop the ever-proliferating machines, she continued to fight a war of bitter attrition over 200 years. After encountering the Experimental Yorha Squadron, she sought to change the tide of battle through fighting alongside them. She was destroyed by machine lifeforms in the server room underneath Mount Kala during the mission to destroy said server. Resistance Anemone. A member of the Resistance group led by Dahlia, that was encountered by the Experimental Yorha Squadron. This unit was said to be unusually cautious and showed the greatest initial distrust of the Experimental Yorha Squadron. However, her disposition slowly grew more amicable after Scanner Number 21 managed to eradicate a logic virus that had infected one of her companions. She had executed an infected unit, Number 21, in the elevator hall of the Mount Kala server facility and went missing shortly thereafter. And Pearl Harbor Descent Summary. For this descent, 12 Experimental Yorha units were deployed to destroy the server located inside Mount Kala on Oahu Island. However, they encountered heavy enemy anti-air defenses during the initial stage of the mission, resulting in the death of all but 4 squad members. The remaining units then joined up with members of the local resistance movement and decided to continue the mission despite their initial losses. Even in the face of a fierce enemy counterstrike and overwhelming numerical odds, a handful of units managed to reach the target location, at which point Unit Number 4 overloaded her fusion reactor and destroyed the enemy server. While the destruction of the server struck a blow against the enemy forces, the true purpose of this operation was to monitor and research how the Experimental Yorha units behaved during battle. This information would then be studied and integrated into new Yorha models once the project were to proceed past the experimental phase. One note of concern. It has been verified that the black box signal of the experimental unit Attacker A2 remains live. Due to the possibility of the unit being captured and compromised by the enemy, and due to the unit's existence itself being a matter of the highest level of confidentiality, it has been decided that it is to be recovered or disposed of by the Type E division once that group is fully operational. Infant Machine's memories. It's so dark. Mommy, I've been born. Mommy, where are you? What should I do? Tell me what to do. Mommy, please. I'll try my best. Please don't leave me alone. I'm so lonely. Mommy. 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 Yeah. Multi-tier type. This unusual type of machine utilizes various types of both firearm and body units when attacking and scatters great quantities of energy bullets across the battlefield. Neat. Like we've seen these. Durations with self-destruct units on top of their flight devices have also been observed. Said self-destruct units detach from their airborne host before detonation, allowing them to rain down destruction from above. Cool. Desert machines. The pod's projectile attacks have no effect on shielded units, making close combat the most effective method of disposal. Shielded? Units equipped with electromagnetic shields are immune to the pod's projectile attacks. Yeah, that thing. Forest Kingdom machines? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all have the... They all have the same crap. Village machines. Did we learn anything new? Scientist machine. The self-proclaimed genius sought investors for a once-in-a-lifetime invention, a rocket which landed on Mars instead of the moon. Despite the project ending in failure, it also served to solidify his standing as a unique intellect. Neat. Weird machine. A machine lifeform who is endlessly mocked by the children in Pascal's village. Though he seems dense, he's actually a clever unit that possesses an advanced thought circuitry. His less than clever facade is actually an elaborate act designed to grant him knowledge of others' true nature. Neat. We already know that, though. EMP attack machines. Machine lifeforms with extendable necks that resemble the human spinal cord. They attack with electromagnetic pulses that interfere with a variety of functions. Uh-huh. Special unit machines. Grun. First new one, Hegel. A unit formed through the linking of several multi-legged Goliath-class machine lifeforms. Its colossal energy output is enough to keep even its enormous body afloat, and also permits it to separate and rejoin at will while unleashing a variety of attacks. Androids. Yorha, standard armament. A Yorha member infected by a virus. Having completely lost all sense of self, it is hostile toward all uninfected androids. And infected by a virus. This ARM model, which specializes in combat, also possesses heavy armor and remarkable defense abilities. And flight unit. Affected by the virus, it prefers to attack unsuspecting foes from above. This opponent is every bit as formidable as one would expect considering the costly equipment at its disposal. Operator. Operators are not typically suited for combat, but exposure to the virus has caused its specs to exceed their standard functions. Such enhancements come at a significant price to both its body and systems, however. Some of these. The gold tank. Gunmad biped. A small biped that imitates human culture by dressing like something out of a western. Like any good cowboy, it attacks with a gun, and seems to use its deep-seated hat as a means of taking aim. Okay. It's like, it's the same thing, it's just a flight unit. Stubby. Dying Goliath biped. This Goliath-class biped has multiple weapons lodged into its body, and attacks without regard for friend or foe. It's one of the machine lifeforms that was injured in a failed suicide attempt. Amicable machines. Father Servo. A machine lifeform that wears a white belt and pursues the warrior's path. After suffering a defeat at the hands of 2B and 9S during training, he shamelessly began to pester them for payment. Despite being equipped with a brown belt and being powered up with new parts, Father Servo was defeated once more. Seeking sympathy, he then solicited 2B and 9S for yet more parts. Despite a black belt and a makeover, Father Servo was still no match for 2B and 9S. Father Servo underwent an even more radical redesign, including a snazzy red and white belt. However, his flurry of powerful attacks was not enough to stave off inevitable defeat. Donning a red belt and walking the path of the warrior to the end, Father Servo went to the afterlife satisfied that he gave his all in his final confrontation with 2B and 9S. High-speed machine. A hasty machine lifeform that placed speed above all else. He challenged a party to a race, the winner of which would be named a true speedster. Afterward, he finally awakened to a calm within himself as he discovered the ugliness of competing with others. Thus satisfied with his life, he chose to end it on his own terms. Masamune. a blacksmith in the Forest Kingdom. His teacher was a master craftsman known for improving the 8 legendary weapons of virtue and cruelty. He separated himself from the network due to an internal malfunction, so he is no longer hostile towards androids. He loves weapons more than anything, and as proof of your respect for weapons, he grants you the weapon his teacher honed. Okay, that's all the intel. We're missing a lot of tutorials. Done. Novels. No. So they actually have the ability to like show the novels. Awesome. Oh yeah, I guess you have to go to Pascal's village, right?
Alert. A broken filter will cause significant problems with fuel distribution. Proposal. Replace the faulty part immediately.
Yeah, I know.
Coordinates confirmed for a colony centered around the machine lifeform known as Pascal. Location marked on map.
You don't know when to shut up, do you?
No. Let's see. What was the other ending? Because like there was one for not going to village. Not that one. Nope. Thunder to Pascal's village to help during a third playthrough. Route C run. Let's see. Look, chapter select. Well, I don't think we're at that point yet, apparently. Oh, hey, another quest. Damn, you guys, show up quickly. Are you looking for something? No, not really. Enemies emit death cries if defeated by hacking. There we go. Oh. That's everything, right? Wow, we have a lot of weapon attack ups. It's a shame all of them are kind of garbage. Hey, why'd you do that? I'll keep that one as a, like, a reminder, I guess. Lack of a better word. Ooh. Don't know if it's good, but ooh. Pawns raise player and enemy attack power. Okay. So yeah, that's only effective when you're playing as A2. Say, I think you'd be able to give us a hand with a certain odd job. Devila, please. Well, what else can we do? Ever since that huge-ass tower showed up, we've been short on people and supplies. Keep getting distracted by the little things, we'll never get those resistance members repaired. That's true, but... there you have it. Anyway, mind lending us a hand? Help the twins. Great, much appreciated. Okay, so all we need are some strip screws, small gears, and machine oil. You can get strip screws from the machines that look like they've been stacked on top of each other. I think you can get small gears from the small machines with the short legs. You should be able to find some machine oil near a destructed truck at the abandoned factory. Please don't put yourself in danger for this, alright? I already got it, don't
That's
I?
everything those redhead twins wanted.
Nice.
Guess I'll hand it over.
Give me a reward. Let's see. Yep, that's everything. Thanks for the help. It's time for us to get to work, Devila. So, what are you guys making? Then obvious daily necessities. We're often asked to handle various odd jobs around the camp. Why are they wasting the two of you on odd jobs? Well, it's no bother. We're happy to help however we can. Frankly, we're thankful just to have a job of any kind. Anyway, enough gabbing. Here's your reward. Guys, this is a lot. Just take it already. It's not like we have anything to spend it on. Come on, you've earned it. Maybe you'll agree to help us again later? Achievement unlocked. The Mercenary. Another quest. Hello again. I'd love to sit here and chat, but we need to head out and take care of a job. Things are a little crazy here at the moment. I need to get these materials post-haste, and... Hey sis, just ask already. Let me guess. You need a scrap collector. Oh, we couldn't possibly ask. Agree. Thanks, this is a huge help. Devila, we can't keep asking people to... Yes, we can, sis. Just be grateful for the help. Anyway, I just need you to track down some desert roses. It's a pretty rare plant, but I'd start by searching around the old ruins in the desert. I already put you through this, and please be careful. Some of the desert enemies are quite strong. Oh, I don't have that one. Looks like they both have the same stuff. Desert Rose. Got it. This is more important. We'll complete the side quest. There we go. What's up? How you all doing? Oh, hello. Yes, hello. Alright. So we go to the area map. Let's see, it looks like they just want us to, go over here. Simple. Oh. We need to go deeper in this way. They won't let us jump over it to get to it. Alright. Slap a quick save down and fight our way through. wonder if I transfer. I gotta remember which one my SSD is. I think I made it my my C drive. Try moving this over to the C drive and my the C drive and see if it speeds up the, or not speeds up, gets rid of the texture pop-in. I will do it, like, immediately after the stream ends. That way I don't forget. And I'll probably know by next stream whether I actually did it or not, right? Oh, that's an elite stack guy. Doesn't make a difference, though. Goes down just the same. Those things, even when they have the guns on them, are still quite an easy target. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to go through the arena.
Those desert roses the twins wanted should be around here somewhere.
We're here.
But finding them is going to be a serious pain. Why are they running such dangerous missions in the first place?
Hey! No. All right. Is there anything even down there? Doesn't look like it, but it's like being marked. Maybe it's just maybe that's the objective marker. Oh wait. I see. I'll deal with you in a second.
That's it for the desert roses. Time to head back.
God, it's an annoying spirally one. Screw it. This enemy sucks. Not worth fighting. thing wipe out more than half my health in a single hit? Damn. I need to kill more things to level up more. Anyway. Teleport. Alright, I brought your stuff. Don't do anything evil with it. Hey, thanks. This will be more than enough desert roses. You know this wasn't easy, thank you. Ooh, meteorite. No more quest.
I don't get it. Why are the twins being stuck with all these crap jobs?
Hypothesis. Continued crap jobs will eventually have a deleterious effect on the entire organization.
I'd better talk to the lady in charge about this.
Okay, so they're pretty much part of, quote-unquote, the organization? Yes, what is it? Why are you scowling at me like that? I see, this is about Devila and Popola. I understand how unfair it must seem for them to keep getting our most difficult and dangerous assignments. But I'm afraid that's going to continue for a while. The others here, well, they still haven't forgiven them. Forgiven them for what? And just who the hell are they anyway? That's something you should ask them directly. Give me the lore. Hey, you have a second? Got a little favor to ask. We need some tree sap to repair a tent, but there are some super strong enemies guarding it. We can't even dent the things with the flimsy little weapons we have, so maybe you can... Shut up for a second. Why do you two keep getting assigned the most difficult, dangerous jobs? You're not exactly equipped to handle this kind of thing. I'm sorry. Really should be handling her own tasks. Devila. Help them out. Ah, but I'll take the job. I'm better at killing crap than you anyway. What was it you needed again? Tree sap? That's okay, we'll handle this one ourselves. Devila, I think we should accept the assistance. Come on, sis, we can't keep... Thank you, you have no idea how much this helps.
Where the heck am I gonna find that?
Search already performed. Regions rich in tree sap marked on map.
Well, aren't you a helpful little box? That ought to be enough sap.
Yeah, I already had tons of sap. Nice. Hello again, did you manage to secure the tree sap? Thank you, I know this must have been difficult. Is Devila sleeping? Drunk. He was drinking. I think she finally passed out. Been trying to cut back, but with things as rough as they are, well, everyone needs a release, I suppose. What do you mean, rough? Not easy being a defective model, you know? In the past, a pair of models identical to ours caused a major incident. Popola, my glass ain't getting any fuller over here. Much no good, Raza. Oh, Devila. He does love that particular spirit. She makes it with Desert Rose, actually. You're welcome to try some if you like. Huh? Was that? No, keep your goddamn hands off my booze. I'm gonna drink it all up. Meow. Meow? She could say some pretty odd things in her sleep. They gonna have a belt or what? Oh, maybe next time. When I drink, well, it's not always a good thing. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, she starts singing. Anyway, thank you again. You take a bit of time to rest if you can. Die. Popola's booze, Black Pearl. We got the booze. I can't drink anymore. Well, you know what we gotta do. drink the booze if we can. Or not. Oh. Increase the power of weapon-based attacks for 30 seconds. Also stores 100% HP. So it's a good item. Gotcha. So I'm not going to drink it then. How'd you get that weapon? Oh, he died? Throw open save the external memories of whoever uses them. Please take extra care of her. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Looks like there are a few weapons I can actually upgrade, thanks to having some machine arms. I'm missing, like, warped wires and stuff. Well, we're gonna save that for if we get a chance to do it with 9S, so that way we can get the box. Because I think it's locked via hacking stuff. Pascal's village is not teleportable. Okay. Leap. That's what I'm going to be doing in a little bit. Have a good night.